The blog exercises were very beneficial to me in my personal development. They allowed me to dig deeper and learn more about myself. I strive to work in a positive workplace because I believe this can make or break your job. I have worked in other environments prior to graduating college, and I would come home upset after work, and I wouldn't enjoy work. I was upset, I didn't like it. I dreaded going back to work the next morning. Fortunately, I like my job now, and the only things I dread are the early mornings and the long drives. For me, liking who I work with and the environment is the most important part of my job. I actually can honestly say that I currently like my job, and I'm an accountant, so I really actually like it, and it's because the people that I work with. The environment at Smucker has made my job enjoyable for me. Throughout my blogs, I discussed how I want to be treated with respect, and I strive to treat others like I want to be treated. I try to be a team player in everything I do and assist others with work when needed. I am extremely fortunate to work for the J.M. Smucker Company because I believe they are a positive company and they care tremendously about their employees by doing various events to reward and to thank their employees for a job well done. My manager and team also encourage me to do my best every day. I believe this is important. It makes you feel good. It makes you feel needed and wanted. My manager does, though, tell me when I make a mistake, but she goes about it in a way that makes me feel okay about it. She doesn't make me feel like upset or like I really messed something up. Very rarely do I feel discouraged or nervous to tell her when I made a mistake. I feel like I can confide in her and talk to her when something goes wrong and discuss the solution that we can do to solve the problem. She is always encouraging me and everyone else on the team and saying that I'm learning when I make a mistake and encouraging me that everyone makes mistakes and it's okay. She is always This is very important though to me because I do believe that employees need to be punished and rewarded, but there is a right and wrong way to do it. You can't always punish them and just never tell them the right way to do it because that's very frustrating for an employee, and she does it in the way that you learn from your mistakes. My manager does a great job at this. She has taught me a tremendous amount over the year and a half I've been with the company about myself and the way that I work and how to confide in others when something goes wrong. One situation always comes to mind when I think about my manager rewarding me. My team was asked to present at a finance and accounting meeting. There was about 200 people in the meeting, and I am terrified to present in front of let alone 2 people, let alone 200 people. My manager was going to be on her honeymoon, though, in Hawaii, and my assistant manager only works part-time, and the presentation was on Wednesday, a day that she does not work. And then there was another analyst in the group, and she was getting ready to rotate because we have rotational analysts, so she was getting ready to rotate to another area, so she wasn't going to present either. So next in line was me. I about threw up when she told me that I had to present. I was terrified, but I knew I had to do it because at Smucker, everyone's extroverts, everyone presents, everyone can present, and I knew that I needed to do it to get my name out there and to do well. My manager asked me to present and encouraged me that I could do it. She thought it was a great chance for me to become noticed and practice presenting. I wanted to throw up at the thought of presenting, like I said earlier, but she met with me multiple times to discuss what to say, helped me make my PowerPoint, and gave me lots of tips how to do well. She then set up rooms for me to present to my small team, so my team of 4, to practice. They would be huge rooms, and she'd let me present and practice, and then they'd critique what I could improve upon or say something differently. She then left for her honeymoon, and it was time for me to present. I did the presentation. I actually did fine. And my manager was in Hawaii on her honeymoon, and as soon as my presentation was over, she emailed me saying she talked to her boss and heard that I did a wonderful job and she was so proud. My assistant manager also sent me a text that day and asked how it went and said she knew that I could do it. I felt so happy and wanted, and like everyone was rooting for me. It was a perfect example of rewarding. It didn't involve a pay raise or anything that took a lot of effort from anyone in the company except me presenting, but it was a simple job well done. My interaction with other employees at my job and feeling wanted and needed also plays a big part in my career. Communicating with others has changed tremendously over the last few years. Nonverbal communication is what I remember the most from my day at work. Eye contact has always been important to me, and I have been working really hard to always make eye contact to ensure that I'm engaged in the conversation I'm having with my coworkers. I tend to be more of an introvert, which the personality test confirmed this in the week 2 blog. Being an introvert can be very challenging in life and at Smucker because I feel like the majority of my coworkers are extroverts. They typically pick people that can talk. I mean, everyone picks people that can talk, but like talk a lot and have really good conversations and can present. That was never something that I enjoyed doing, presenting, or even talking in big groups at all. I've been trying to focus on improving my nonverbal communication skills, though, to ensure I'm not coming off as rude, even though I may have just been being shy or quiet. When I pass someone in the hall, I look up and smile or I say hi, even if the other person does not look at me. I do this because I do not want to ever come across as rude or ignoring someone. It takes hardly zero energy for me to smile or say hi when passing someone in the hallway. It also just makes me feel good when someone says hi to me. It makes my day. It makes me have more of a positive energy to accomplish the rest of my day. Being an introvert can also bring challenges when working in groups. I sometimes am a follower and just agree with what everyone in the group is saying. I do not want to speak up and be shut down for saying the incorrect thing or not what everyone else agrees upon. I've been improving upon this, though, by trying to say a few things in each meeting that I'm a part of, by going prepared with ideas and thoughts before I enter the meeting, just so I'm ready and prepared to say something. It is normally not that I don't have anything to say or bring to the table, it's more that I'm afraid that my ideas are going to be shut down. I feel like this because I was newer at the time, and I did not feel like I knew a lot about the business or job, so I tended not to say a lot, but now I feel like I know a lot more after the year and a half I've been there, so I feel more comfortable stating my opinion or thoughts on the topic we're discussing. I now feel more confident, and it's helped me in a lot of meetings, and I've been really working to not maybe be an extrovert, but to bring out like more to talk more to people and to really work on those parts of my communication skills. I enjoyed reflecting on what I want in my work environment throughout these blogs and learning more about myself. It has been great for me at work and has taught me a lot about myself at work and my personal life. I strive every day to make my work life better and to make it more positive because I believe that will make my career.